Well, if you're not looking for a job yourself, someone you know probably is. And if you're lucky enough to land an interview, you better know how to make the most of it. Tonight, it is your money, your image, and your chance to get expert advice. Ann Byars is a communications instructor who's going to critique a mock job interview that we set up. Ann, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, our subject, Tom Powers, was gracious enough to agree to the interview and then share that with us so we can share it with you. He's one of the many out of work right now, and he's seeking a management position. Tom has 30 years experience as an office equipment servicing manager with degrees in electronics and management. We have his email up on the screen if you have any leads for him. So let's take a look. We can't overstate the importance of how to present yourself the right way. Let's take a look at the clip.
Why don't we start out, you just tell me a little bit about yourself and also some of the goals that you have career-wise.
Okay. Well, I think I'm a results-driven individual who looks at the, you know, maybe I take a hands-on approach and a big picture, look at the big picture to improve overall performance of the companies. I think I'm a strategic thinker.
What do you think?
Well, I think what we need to have, all of us, is a 1-minute self-presentation that we have in our head with us at all times.
Okay.
So that when someone asks us about ourselves, we can talk fluidly and very specifically about a few different areas. The first one is we restate our name. I mean, they may be interviewing a lot of different people, and you want to make sure that they have that. Then, what objectives do you have? What are you really trying to do in your professional field? Then discuss your education specifically. So if you have degrees or continuing education as well, you've gone to some seminars or you've received some certificates of completion for training programs, you should definitely mention those as well. They like to see that you are continuing your education. And then what experience do you have in the field, but specifically what accomplishments did you have during that time?
Okay, so what do you think is like when most people go in for an interview, the people that you talk with, are they, do they do some of the same problems all the time? Do they not think this through as to how that interview is going to go? Or they just haven't thought about it enough? Or what?
I've never really heard anyone be able to answer this question right out of the gate fluidly. And it's because I don't think we're used to talking about ourselves.
Right.
And I think it makes us uncomfortable. And we feel like we are bragging if we talk that directly just about us. But that's the reason that we're in the room.
Sure.
They want to know.
That's the moment to sell yourself.
Yes.
Right. Okay, we have another clip. Let's take a look at this one.
What did you do in your last position or one of your more previous positions to increase profits or efficiency for the company?
Increase profits. I think that one of the things increased profits was to manage the expense or the efficiency of the technicians, so that in order when business grew, we didn't have to hire more people.
Seemed a little shaky on that one. What do you think about that?
What they are looking for here is they want to know very specifically, this is our time for numbers. So I would say something to the effect of, my shift had the highest quality control, or I increased fundraising profits by 30% in a 12-month period. So they want to know, because that is why companies are in business, is their bottom line and their profit. So what did you do at your last company that made it more efficient, that made it run smoother overall, that made it more positively known? We all want to have a company that has a great reputation, and how did you do that? You left it better than what you found it. They don't want to know that you just went in and did the everyday.
That's
Throw
right.
some numbers around.
Throw them around and show them what you've done, because of course it's all about profits and saving money right now. Businesses need to know about that.
And they want a return on their investment. They want to know that you've already done that.
Okay. Ann, thank you. Great tips. We're going to be back in about 20 minutes with Ann. We'll have more questions for Tom about his ideal work environment and philosophy towards work. So questions that you'll probably encounter in a job interview. So make sure and stay with us. We'll have that coming up.